you can kiss your ass goodbye.
Damn, this look how tough this pet is. Holy crap. Can't believe they left before it capped. These idiots actually left the base before I capped the flag, and now I'm waiting for it to come over, and it's going to take forever, which leaves me very open to getting killed. So really, really stupid of them to do that. All they had to do was sit here for like another minute just to help it cap faster. So it sucks. Come on. Now let him grab the flag. I need to practice some rotations. There's a fucking dog barking outside my window. I was like trying to figure out what that sound was. I was hearing like a dog bark outside my apartment. Didn't know if that was like the dog inside the apartment, my dog, or a dog outside the apartment. I think it was a dog outside the apartment. It's hard to tell with my headset on.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Damn. Damage is insane. I mean, what? Like, what the fuck? DK sitting for like crazy. I think he's got a Wind Fury. I'm assuming Wind Fury buff as well. I hate this battleground, man. I hate this battleground because there's so many people that, for whatever reason, they think they've got a big dick complex, and all they do is fucking do Warsign Gulch. And so they basically twink as much as they can, and they just do this battleground over and over and over again because all they care about is running out to the middle of the battlefield and just stomping people, and it's just so you get all these like douchebags, and it's just annoying. You always see like somebody who's like, you know, crazy like this. You can see the top three all from Fairlena. So they're probably, there's actually it looks like a pre-made. I mean, almost everyone's Fairlena. There's only one person in this group that isn't from that server, right? So I mean, why are we even getting a pre-made? Like, why am I getting put into a pre-made? My group obviously is not a pre-made, so that's another thing with Blizzard that they could never seem to fix was the matchmaking system is garbage. But I mean, just the fact that you have a pre-made group. I mean, what's the point? I mean, what? You know, there's too many fucking douchebags in this game. What's wrong? Oh, okay.
I think your phone's on airplane mode or something.
Yeah, I was charging it. All right, sorry about that. I had to help my wife take her shot. My wife's very sick, so. Anyways, yeah, I was just bitching because I'm kind of tired of. Like, there used to be like MMOs used to be like people that just enjoyed playing like fantasy games, but like WoW really doesn't have like the cool club anymore. You know, it's just a bunch of little kiddies who enjoy flexing their e-peens, and it's kind of gotten kind of sad. Really, it's a sad state of World of Warcraft, unfortunately. Yeah. So if you want to play WoW, you got to put up with all the dipshits. It's just kind of annoying. But I mean, when you're queuing up for a battleground and like you get an entire pre-made, like the whole other team is from a different server, it's like, how does that even happen? Like, you know, I clearly was not in a pre-made, so that was just kind of weird. Is this what, True Silver? Yeah. I'm actually just hitting these. I need some Azerothian diamonds to level up my jewel crafting. That's why I'm hitting these guys. So there's like like three major problems. One, we talked about it earlier. I was talking about with blue, and that's the fact that the power spike of abilities is so strong. Like right now, you have like your talent trees and the abilities from CataClysm with these characters that are only level 80 who don't really have very big health pools apparently. So the damage is insane. Like you go into battlegrounds and you either blow people up or you get blown up. You're either like killing people or getting killed, and it happens very, very quickly. But I think hopefully as CataClysm comes out and people level up to 85, that's going to change because your health pool is going to go up a lot. Should be some fall off on the abilities, and of course your stamina is going to go. Health pool is going to go up. You're going to get some more resilience, and it should hopefully balance out. Because right now, as it stands, the B to PvP is kind of ridiculous. You go in there and you take a couple swings, and people are either dying, or you go up and start to take two swings, and you get hit by 2 or 3 people at once, and you're just blown into next week. I mean, I've been just almost feels like one shot so many times in battlegrounds, where literally less than half a second. I go in, I maybe click one button to attack once, and I drop dead from like 100% health. Just boom, 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 dead. And it's like, holy shit, what happened? A lot of times I have to go back to the combat log just to try to figure out what happened. And then outside of that, which hopefully, like I said, it'll fix itself as Cata comes out and people level up. But outside of that, you got people that are just being stupid. And I think there's a lot of, I could really talk in depth on it, but really there's a major problem with class, not just CataClysm, but with Classic. There's a major problem with Classic, and that is that it's a solved game. Everybody knows, most people know the content, and people know all the, I don't want to say exploits, but people know all the tricks, right? Which trinkets to use, which potions to use, maybe whatever items that they can get away with that might give them an increase in power. And so unless you know those things, it can be a pretty rude awakening trying to step into a battleground in a classic server in PvP, and it can be a rude awakening. You can really get annihilated if you don't know what you're doing. And that was really evident when I jumped onto. It was really evident when I jumped onto, the Deathwing server. Oh, these guys are like higher level.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I see that. So this guy is level 85.
You were screwed.
I see that. I'm dead. This 85 was hitting hard, but you saw it when I played on Deathwing, which is the white main private server. You could really see like the difference in doing PvP on that server as opposed to doing PvP here. On that server, not everybody had all the gear, not everybody had all the PvE gear, the PvP gear. People are all kind of starting from the same level. Everybody starts at level 1, they level up a character, they get some gear, and so running the battlegrounds there, I was pretty dominant. Like I could dominate pretty easily because everybody was at the same starting point. Like you're running into people that all had similar gear, which makes things a little bit easier. Coming into Classic, people coming on Wrath of the Lich King are fully geared to the teeth. They've already got complete best gear, and some of them have the best, like high rating gear that I don't have. They're like the requirements, like I don't know what it was, if it was 2,000 or 2,200 for the weapons or whatever, but. So you got people walking into the battleground that have way better gear than you do, and it can be tough. It can be tough. And frustrating, so. And I think that's, like I said, that's kind of the problem of having a server that's coming off of, it's basically rolling right off of Wrath of the Lich King. Like I didn't play Wrath of the Lich King Classic hardly at all. I mean, I played it very little. I think I leveled one, I think I had one character that maybe I leveled to max level. And that was about it, and just did some battlegrounds on that character. But it would have been, for CataClysm Classic, what I would have preferred, which I think would have been really fun, is if they just would have released some fresh servers, just fresh CataClysm Classic servers, where everybody's just leveling from level 1. I think that would have been, really, really fun. Another thing I would like to see is, and this is another problem that Blizzard is, just the fact that I don't like the idea of really PvE items being used in PvP. I know it adds a lot of variety, which can be a good thing, but in general, if you have people like me who don't really want to do PvE, I don't really want to run dungeons. I don't really want to do raids. I just don't. I've done it in the past. I don't like dealing with 40 different people. You know, there's always going to be somebody's, somebody that has a personality that I'm probably going to conflict with because I don't get along with people very well. So I prefer just to do battlegrounds and do stuff like that and get PvP gear. But if you're required to do raids to get like the best trinkets that for PvP, but they come from PvE, that's kind of sucks in my opinion for me because I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to run the raids. So it's too bad that because there are certain seasons in WoW where that's not really that prevalent, where the best PvP gear is PvP gear, right? But that's not really the case in CataClysm. The best trinkets, some of the best trinkets in CataClysm Classic are PvE trinkets. But I would have loved to see a CataClysm PvP server where there was no PvE at all. I mean, as far as dungeons and raids, I mean, there may be dungeons for leveling, but like that was it. There were like no PvE raids. It was just like you're on the server to do PvP, and that's what you do. Battlegrounds, yeah, there's some dungeons if you want to do like the 5-man dungeons, that's fine, but that would have been kind of cool actually. Guild Wars 2 does an interesting take on PvP, which I never was really a big fan of, to be honest. But Guild Wars 2 at the beginning, when Guild Wars 2 first came out, is the gear you got from PvP as rewards was purely cosmetic. Like, there was no gear that you acquired through doing PvP that actually made your character any stronger. It was all cosmetic gear, which I was very much against that. I thought that was kind of silly, because the whole point of getting a high rating in PvP or being proficient in PvP is to get a reward of something that actually makes your character stronger. But there's definitely some interesting points to why just making the gear cosmetic is also kind of a good thing. And I go back to Unreal Tournament, my first true love as far as video games. And in Unreal Tournament, everybody's at the same level, same playing field, right? Like when you're playing just like Unreal Tournament, everybody has the same weapons. Like the weapons don't change. There's no power scaling. You don't get new gear. You don't get new weapons. You got the pistol, you got the flat cannon, you got the rocket launcher, you got the shock rifle, you got the sniper rifle. It all comes down to how good are you? How skilled are you as a player? That's what it comes down to. You don't level up your gear. You don't level up. You don't gain any new abilities. So it's just really like how can you beat me one-on-one? The playing field is 100% level because everybody has the same stuff, right? And that's a really cool thing actually. And if they could do that in an MMO where you kind of put everybody on the same playing field, and there are MMOs that scale like health and kind of power levels in PvP. So like let's say you're like a level 55 character and the max level on that particular MMO is 60, but they allow you to go into the battlegrounds from 55 to 60. There are MMOs that I've played where they scale all the characters to basically be equipped with the same gear. So even though you have a certain gear on your character at 55 and this other 60 has gear that's better than your gear, when you go into the battlegrounds together, you both are automatically leveled up to 60 and you both are equipped with basically the same gear. So it's basically a level playing field. And then it comes down to who's the better player, like who's skill-wise, who's just the better player. And it also comes down to teamwork. Like if you're doing a team, a team-based battleground, it comes down to teamwork. And I think that has a lot of merits as being a really good thing. There's a lot of people that play WoW, a lot of people, especially nowadays, that just want to go into a battleground and just absolutely annihilate people. And they'll do anything they can to annihilate people, whether it's, cheat, whether it's lock themselves at a previous battleground group, like saying I'm going to stop my XP at 79 and not go to the top level battleground group, which is 80, because I know at 79 I'm going to be getting people that are leveling up from 74 through 79 who aren't going to have as good a gear as I'm going to have. And so I'm assured that I can basically stomp people. So, which I think is pretty pathetic. If you're one of those people, you're pathetic. Yeah, so whatever, just food for thought. There's actually a chest here, but it's not. It's not an interactable chest, which kind of sucks. I mean, there's certain MMOs I've played where the battlegrounds, and not even just MMOs, even FPS games. I think FPS games a lot of times have better PvP, just because like what I was saying is there aren't a lot of like hacks or cheats or people finding kind of weird ways to get a crazy advantage. You know, it really is everything's normalized. You know, it's just basically you have characters and there's weapons, and it comes down to how good can you aim, how good can you move. You know, it's really just based on pure skill. And MMOs really aren't so much like that because you can go to battlegrounds and have really, really amazing gear and just beat people because your gear's so much better than their gear. And it can be fun, but it can also sometimes be really annoying too. If you come into the game like maybe you come into Wrath of the Lich King Classic and you've never played any other versions of Classic WoW, and you come in and you've got level 1 character and you've got to get geared up and get gear. I mean, you're gonna get used to getting your face smashed into the ground for about 3 weeks, because that's what's gonna happen. All these people, not one mage can put up a mage table. Here we go. I don't think I can do another one. I'm so tired right now, man. I just went on a long car ride with my wife to her sister's house and back. I've been in the car for the past like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And like the last 2 or 3 days, I've averaged about 5 hours of sleep every night, so I'm exhausted. So I will be streaming tomorrow morning, and I will be awake, and I promise I will be happy and chipper. Oh yeah. And we'll try to probably just make some more money on the auction house and continue to do PvP. It takes forever. And when I say forever, I mean it takes forever to get honor. Like you're getting like 100 honor a win. And the items I need to buy are like 1,500 to 2,000 honor each. So it's like you run like 20 battlegrounds maybe to get one item. So yeah, I got to figure out a way tomorrow. Maybe I can find some repeatable quest, some sort of quest I can do to turn in for honor too as well. I mean, I've got a couple quests I need to turn in as it is. Got to find some better ways to get honor. May run a few dungeons tomorrow just to do like a litmus test, just basically to see how my damage stacks up against other people. I mean, I have a PvP build, but still, damage-wise, I should hit pretty hard. Hope everybody's having a good Friday night. I am actually, you know what, I forgot. I am going to be calling Sam Ash tomorrow, which is a guitar store. They're actually going out of business. And I got to see if they've gone, they might already be out of business. They announced they were going out of business about a month ago. And I'm going to check tomorrow to see if they're still in business, and because they were doing big sales. And the closer they get to their final day, the bigger the sales are. So I'm going to be calling Sam Ash tomorrow morning. And if they're still open, I'm going to ask them what are the sales they're having on guitars. And if their sales are 20% or more off of guitars, all the guitars in the store, and amps and stuff like that, I will definitely be going guitar shopping tomorrow. So I'm not going to waste the opportunity to pick up a guitar if I'm getting like a 20% discount. So that's something I want to try to do tomorrow morning. And I also need to finish leveling my jewel crafting, and I need to max my jewel crafting. And I haven't decided. I don't think I'm going to be picking up blacksmithing right away. I mean, I want to do blacksmithing eventually, but since this character is the highest miner I have, I may just stick with mining and to go ahead and once CataClysm comes out, to actually finish her jewel crafting to the max. And then at that point, once she's maxed on jewel crafting, then I'll have to drop mining and pick up blacksmithing. So that's something else I need to work on. Maybe I'll hook up with Blue and do some. Maybe I'll do some PvE. I never do PvE, like hardly ever anymore. I pretty much just do PvP. But maybe maybe in CataClysm, maybe I'll do some PvP. I mean, sorry, PvE. Hook up with Blue since he does a lot of PvE content. Alright, since he grabbed that, let's head back this way. It's the first person. It's like super rare to see anybody mining. Like when I'm mining, I hardly ever see anybody mining. I have so much thorium ore, it's ridiculous. But the reason I keep mining all this thorium is because I'm looking for gems. I need Azerothian diamonds. They're selling for like, I think like 40 gold a pop. And I need like 20 of them or something, and I really don't want to pay. I guess I could pay 800 gold, but I really don't want to. Really don't want to. I got 2 of them so far. Ugh. Hmm. Alright, man, I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. Hope everybody's having a good one. I will see you sometime tomorrow. Peace out, man.